change. I feel like this video needs a little bit of a backstory. I have this 24 gauge Ivory Johnson Champion here, and before I got it, I really don't know what happened to this thing, but the end of the muzzle right here, I hope you guys can see it, is pretty pitted and ugly. The muzzle on this thing is only about 35, 40 thou thick. It's really thin. And what I'm thinking is it got left somewhere and got rusted up pretty bad near the muzzle. And the previous owner, or one of the previous owners, trimmed it down a little bit because the barrel is shorter than what this thing should have. And the muzzle, again, is really thin. So, I'm thinking it was damaged at some point and somebody shortened it, and that left it with basically no choke. Well, I have this taper die thing from Gop. I don't know what they're called, but they put tapers on shells after you crimp them. Well, since this thing has a paper thin muzzle, sorry about that, I just decided let's slip this over it and give it a few whacks with a hammer and see if we can get some constriction on it, and it worked. We fired some pretty buckshot that was too big for it, stacked by 2s, 29 cal, which 29 times 2 is 58. The bore on this gun is 58. It's a 58 caliber shotgun, and the choke before I swaged it down was 5.75. So 29 cal has always been good to go through this thing and patterns pretty well, but I choked it down to 5.35, which is technically an extra full for a 24 gauge. And I think the 29 cal stacked by 2 was just a little bit too big, and it did open the choke back up by about 10 thou. And it gave us 3 little hairline cracks. It's kind of impossible to see on camera, but they are all the way through both sides. And at the end of this video, Josh was saying, hey, let's just go trim it down. And I decided, we had to shut the camera off by that point, that actually, I'll measure it and see how much it opened up, if any, and at that point, we might trim it down. And it only opened up by about 10 thou after some pretty large buckshot went through it. So I figured, hey, this thing might still be good to go for birdshot, especially smaller pellets like 5, 6, 7s, whatever. Lead, obviously. But we decided that we'll just keep running it as it is right now. And if it ever does, actually split pretty bad on us or open way back up, then yeah, we'll just trim it down. But this video was kind of a weird one. Both of us had filmed, obviously, we had been filming quite a bit, and it was the last video of the day. We were a little bit tired, so there was a few spots in it where I believe we miscounted the number of pellets that we had in the shells, things like that, just stupid stuff. Also, there was one shell, this one right here. The rim on it is kind of stretched a little bit, and we couldn't close the barrel up. Well, I decided to do a cutaway, sort of. That pellet's going to spill out. But in case you guys have ever wondered what the inside of a shell looks like, there you go. That is number 3 buck. That was sent to us by William from Patreon. But yeah, this one would not chamber, sadly, because the shell has been fired probably 7, 8 times, and it's a little tired. The steel is kind of, the rim's smushed out. So yeah, just couldn't chamber that one. I wish I would have realized that before putting it together and taking it out there. That way we could have got a number 3 buck pattern too. But I guess it is what it is. Also, this thing, if you guys have been watching us for a while, you've seen this gun before, you know that it has ejection problems, even though it has a brand new ejector spring and a brand new ejector, for that matter. I don't know why some shells just stick. The firing pin also hits a little bit off center on the primer. I don't know why it does that either. And I did have WD-40, still has it inside the ejector channel, and I've used rim oil. Maybe you can see the oil still on it. I've used rim oil, all kinds of stuff, Ballistol, Professor Pugh, CLP, and this gun has just always had ejection problems. And I have polished the chamber, the whole bore really, with a bronze brush wrapped with quad-aught steel wool. It's dirty, but maybe you can see. The bore is still meerschaum. It's like a brand new gun inside, except for being dirty, because obviously we shot it and ain't cleaned it yet. So yeah, this is an old shotgun, and it does have its quirks, but I like it. Josh likes it quite a bit. It's a clay busted machine inside 20 yards. And a thrower, you get them out there up in the air, and because this thing had no choke before now, you can't hit clays at any real distance with it, but who knows, it might now. Anyways, guys, I guess we'll roll on with the video now. Sorry for rambling about basically nothing. Alrighty, guys, welcome back to another one. I've done something that may or may not be plumb stupid with my 24 gauge. The end of the muzzle here, I've showed you guys before, but this thing is, there you can see it, kind of chewed up and pitted, and the muzzle was paper thin. This thing had no choke. It was only 5 thousandths. Call it a skeet 1 if you want, but no sight bead. It fell out a long time ago. So I have this steel taper die from Gop. It's basically just a steel cone inside, and I use that to put a little bit of a taper on the end of this barrel to give it some choke. It was 5.75, now it's stepped down to about 5.35, so around 40 thou of constriction. Call it extra full if you want to. But we're going to use this thing to pattern some birdshot and some buckshot today. I have some number 6 shot, 4/5 ounce, no, it's 3/4. Maybe that'll be a good squirrel load. I guess we'll see. We'll pattern these at 30 yards. The rest of it's just buckshot, ranging from 29 cal down to 22 cal F-buck. So, let's see how they do. Forgot to mention it, all of these that we're shooting have the Claybuster white 20 gauge wad, which is for tapered hauls. They fit 24 gauge like a glove, except for one. It is loaded conventional, and that one is the 29 cal, what I call number 1 buck. But all of them have 16 grains of long shot primers, the Claybuster white 20 gauge wad, 7/8 ounce, and all of them have fold crimps and mixed number 47 buffer. 16 of long shot with every payload in these ranging between 11/16 and 4/5. We'll see about 1100 FPS. We've chronographed them. They do about 1150. With 17 grains of long shot, they do 1200 to like 1225. So
this thing still got color case hardening.
There we go.
You know what?
Yeah, it's got a little.
Right here on the cheeks.
That gun was made between 1913 and 1928. It is an Ivor Johnson Champion, model 39.
Old hoot owl.
In 24 gauge.
My favorites.
Yeah, that's one thing I really like about Ivor Johnson. The Champions anyway, they have that owl on them. Really nice touch.
What am I shooting?
Whatever you grab.
This one is 20 pellets of 22 cal F-buck. 6 stacks of 4, right?
Yeah.
It says 6
stacked by 4s and 6 rows.
6 stacks of 4. All right. That's how it's laid out in a shell, apparently.
Yeah.
Pretty nifty. See if I can't shoot them old hay bales. Would you like to explain that?
We stacked up hay bales behind it to stop shooting the dam. Man, I hose that thing down with WD-40 and it's still sticking sometimes. Just keep opening it up, it'll pop out. There you go. That's a problem I can't explain.
I don't either. It looks great.
The thing has a brand new ejector spring and brand new ejector for that matter.
Looks great.
Also, the firing pin hits off center. Don't know why it does that, but it's always done that too. Crimp is still going strong. It ain't split. Brass looks fine. Awesome. How's the pattern?
Well, let's go see. Looks like it patterns to the right.
Oh, to the right?
Yeah.
Okay.
10, 11, 12.
12 of 20. Shot a little bit low in the right.
There's some over there too, though, on the wood.
Yeah, I'd say there's some in the wood.
But we know it patterns right.
Josh said it's got 12 of 20. You want to measure that real quick? That's pretty good, honestly, for that gun.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, roughly. 20 by 13.
See, if that gun was still left the way it was with basically no choke, that would cover Yeah, twice as big. The gun pattern's very poor. Well, it patterned very poor. I call that pretty good for 30 pellets stacked by 4s like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I put those stupid rods there. Like, what's the odds they get shot? That's where 4 of them
shot,
fucking one supply.
I think I'll try number 4 buck next.
Alright.
Alright, so mine is 15 pellets of 24 cal, number 4 buck. They're stacked by 3s in that claybuster wad. The reason why I say 24 cal is because I also have some 23 cal Remington number 4 buck for this thing too. We also got 25 cal number 3 buck that was sent by, guy's name is William from Patreon. He sent me some 22 cal and 25 cal, and I think he's sending me some 26 cal too, so that'll be cool. Alright, so 24 cal, stacked by 3s, 15 pellets. That one came out just fine. And this shell looks beautiful too, up a little bit. Good, okay. Yep, this one looks just fine. Petals aren't split, primer's still pretty dang round, honestly. And yeah, everything looks fine.
Update on the choke?
Huh?
Update on the choke?
The choke has not changed. I don't know if you guys can see it real well, but it's still got the taper on it. It feels, yeah, exactly the same.
Put your finger back in there and hold it still. Put your finger back in it.
No.
You ought to see the taper on it now.
Yeah.
But yeah, alright. Good to know.
And again, this was originally 5.75 diameter. Now it's roughly 5.35, depending on angle. These old single shots, they're never, you know, truly...
They're always slightly
round.
oblong.
Yes, they are. Well, guys, this one's a little bit wide, so I'm not going to measure it. But there's 13 of 15, and it covers probably 7/8 of the paper, at least 3/4. But farthest pellet is that one, I suppose, all the way up to here. And again, we are missing 2. But, we'll start shooting pellets stacked by 2s, and we'll see if that tightens it up.
Right. What do y'all think? That should stop most projectiles from a shotgun, correct?
I would reckon so.
The center of the patterning board, they're turned sideways. I mean, there is little gaps.
I know what it won't stop, 22. Especially 22 shorts.
Bet you it wouldn't stop a 9mm Flowbert neither.
No.
Blow holes out the back size of baseballs. Wicked little things. This one is 10 pellets of 29 cal, number 1 buck. It's got 6 layers of 2. Let's see how it does. 12
pellets. This has the gas seal only from those Claybuster 20 gauge wads and 2 1/4 inch 20 gauge felt.
Try to hold to the left a little bit.
Yeah, it's hitting right. That one looks tighter.
Looks a lot better.
A lot, yeah. But of course it's stuck.
It was coming. That looks great. No signs of any kind of danger there.
Yeah, this one looks just fine. I do have a resize ring for 24 gauge, by the way.
Yeah, I know you had one made.
Yeah.
Thank you, whoever made it.
That was Zach Powell.
Good job, buddy.
Made a 32 gauge one too.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I'd say the rest is probably following with the column. You know what I mean?
Shot a little bit low, but to be fair, that gun has no sight bead.
Well, last time I shot, I held right here. It hit over here.
Yep.
So I thought I held high enough over here on this side of it, and it still centered me up. But I guess I should have held up here.
You know what? Now that I'm thinking, we've done multiple videos with this gun way up on the high range up there, and I do remember it hitting low now.
Yeah. But I know for the shot after this, I know to aim right in here.
Yeah.
And it'll go right here.
It
but
should.
anyways, nevertheless, what we have here, the 9 of the 12, which is still a substantial amount of the pellets. We've got we'll go vertical first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and we can imagine 11, 10 and a half, 11. By the horizontal, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 10 and a half by 13.
That's not bad, and that's what's on the paper. This is certainly a deer dropper of a shell here. That pattern's pretty good for 30.
Gotta get point of aim figured out.
Huh?
Just gotta get point of aim figured out.
Yeah, and this one might be able to, might be pushed back to 30. I mean 40. But for 30, I mean, that's good to go for a deer. The tape has given us trouble. It was left outside for 2 weeks.
It's really good though.
Yeah, it's the adhesive is basically turned to like dang near duct tape. It's really freaking sticky. Well, let's see what's next. Here's what one of the wads looks like. Looks just fine. No issues there at all. Alright guys, this one is 10 pellets of number 2 buck, 27 cal, stacked by 2s inside that wad. So, see what it does. Hey, you were right. Aim at the top left. It's dead center. This shell looks just fine. And that pattern's really good. It's in a circle. I see 1 or 2 in the middle, and the rest of them all around it. And probably a basketball size group. That's about a perfect pattern if I ever saw one. Guys, all 10 are here. It's a little wider than I thought it was, but farthest most pellet to farthest most pellet is a 122 23 by 12 13. 23 by 13. I mean, that'd be good for coyotes, but it's a little bit wide for my liking. Maybe home defense. But I don't know. We've seen better. I thought it was a lot tighter down there. Huh?
Seen far worse.
Yeah, out of this gun, definitely.
Alrighty, guys. This one's 14 pellets of number 3 buck, 25 cal. 6 layers of 3. Why does it work good any other time?
What you do?
It wouldn't shut very good, and instead of like, you know, I mean, just brute forcing it, I was just gonna open it up and why won't that shut?
That brass is probably a little warped. Some of these have been shot numerous times. Also, if you don't have the barrel, like the muzzle pointed at the ground, or at least close to it when you close it, it will bend the shell.
Yeah, that one ain't going. Let's try a different one. It's all whopper jawed on the back of the case.
Yeah. Say what it is again.
This one, in particular, that I hold in my hand is 14 pellets of 23 caliber Remington number 4 buck. It's 6 layers of pellets stacked by 3s. Any clearer?
What?
Any clearer?
Yes.
All right. Lord, I'd hope.
I see like 1 or 2 or 3.
Smells great. Looks fine.
Well, that one's pretty dang good.
Yes, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and I don't know if I counted that one or not, but all 15's here regardless.
Yeah. There's none right here in the middle, but I mean, that's one shot to the next. You could have some in the middle. But yeah, that one's pretty good.
Still feel like it's a bad day, guys.
It would be
a real bad day.
And that's 30 yards. Imagine closer.
On the horizontals, looks like we have, I'm going to exclude that one just because I can and probably piss somebody off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Dang near circular pattern.
Dang near. That's pretty good though.
Yeah, it is. I like 23 cal. It fits in wads a little bit neater than number 4 buck. They tend to stack evenly. There's not one pellet in the middle, a little bit above the rest.
Right.
I guess that's why Remington uses it. Apparently, their 27 pellet number 4 buck, 2 3/4 inch 12 gauge actually has 30 pellets in it. Matt Tyrie's been shooting those, and every time he shot him, he's had 30 pellets in it.
A little more bang for your buck.
Yes. Now, I have experience with that too. Remington 12 pellet single lot buck, number 0. It's supposed to have 12. One of them I opened up has 13.
Hey.
Yep.
Do you reckon it's just keeping proprietary secret while still broadcasting to the public what they want you to think it is?
I think it's just poor quality control, honestly.
No, if it's poor quality control, you'd have more or less, but it's always, you know what I mean?
I guess. One's better, but It'd probably always be a flyer. It ain't stacked with the rest of them.
No, it's okay.
13th pellet anyway.
That guy at the factory thinks he's doing something. I'll
Good.
help him out. Kill that bastard's dog that's running with him.
Right, more bang for your buck. Until it takes out something you don't want taken out. I don't know, those did pattern pretty good whenever we patterned them.
Yeah, they did.
Alright, guys. This one is 3/4 ounce of number 6 shot. It's actually Winchester 6 shot. I took apart some 12 gauge shells that had, it was a factory 6 load. So, anyway, let's see what it does. There is buffer in this too.
The wad stuck with it to about 1.5 feet.
I seen that. Paper. That should be a good pattern if the wad carried that far. And this one came out, looks just fine. That's pretty cool. We still have the choke looks the same too.
Mark it when you get home and we'll know for sure.
Yep. And you might have to zoom in here and stuff like that to show it, but that is a pretty dang good squirrel load. I was going for a little bit tighter, that's why I added the buffer. But the pattern looks like it ends. I see one pellet hole here and here. So right there to roughly right there. I mean, it covers the majority of the board, but it's all even. There's no splotchiness, nothing like that. It's a well even pattern. And that's something I would totally use for squirrel. And maybe, you know, obviously dove, quail, things like that.
Most of the time you ain't shooting at squirrels 30 yards out on the ground. You're shooting at them 15, 20 yards up in a tree.
But check this out. Here's the wad. You can see the birdshot dimples in it. Nothing is torn. The pedals held up just fine. Looks completely normal. That's just a good game load right there. 3/4 ounces.
Make it number 6s or 5s.
Yep. I'd go to 4/5 if you want to use like 4s or something. A little bit more shot.
Yeah.
But I probably wouldn't use 4s with 3/4 ounce payload. I'd stick to 5s or 6s. And it always seems like number 4 shot is a big step up from 5s. If you ever look at them, I don't know why that is. It's just one caliber bigger.
Number 4 is my favorite though. On lead shot size anyway.
Yeah, it's just
small pellet.
I guess number 4 buck is the first size that's you wouldn't consider that a small game size.
F buck.
F buck. Actually, you know what? A 22 cal is actually the last size of birdshot. It is technically birdshot.
The flipping kind of bird you shooting with that? Swans?
Yeah, probably.
Ostriches?
Okay,
guys, I seen a video the other day. These people are flying around a helicopter with a semi-automatic shotgun, and every shot they's having to rack the bolt. Now, I mean, a little backstory here. They's flying around shooting ostriches out of this helicopter, but he had the junkiest shotgun I ever seen. Every time he'd pull the trigger, he'd reach up his semi-automatic and rack a bolt back and everything else.
What was he using?
I don't know what it was. It was like 1100 or something. Like I said, he killed 4 out of the 5 ostriches that he's chasing with a helicopter, but every time he had to rack that bolt back, and I was like, if he had some of my hand loads, he wouldn't have that problem. He'd got 5 out of 5.
I picked up this roll of tape like I was going to patch these holes, but I wouldn't even call it hunting. Mowing down ostriches with a shotgun out of a helicopter is something I never would have.
Apparently, they've got an overpopulation problem.
Okay, yeah, it makes a little bit more sense.
It's not hunting by no means. It's kind of like a Ted Nugent in a helicopter. Whenever he's shooting wild hogs, that's eradication. That is not hunting. That's
pest control at that point.
Yeah, but still, I thought it was
pest. But guys, that's just wild. Mowing down ostriches out of a helicopter.
I thought it was hilarious. That's horrible. It wasn't hilarious. It was very tragic, but at the same time, I was highlighting that his gun was a piece of junk.
Ostriches apparently taste really good.
I'd eat one. Imagine a drumstick on that rig.
People say it tastes like steak.
Be good to me.
I don't see how a bird can taste like a steak, but if everyone says it's true, I mean.
Well, I've ate a couple Canadian honkers, and they got a purple meat that tastes like deer meat. Same consistency and everything.
Ain't dove meat purple?
Yeah.
I don't know why I said
Squab, squib, whatever you want to call it. It's squab, delicious too. That was my favorite little bird ever. They are delicious.
Still have a dark ring at the muzzle. Still have a taper on the choke.
Dark ring your muzzle.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'd call that a success, guys. I thought the patterns would be a little bit tighter, but it is certainly better than what it was. I saw a 24 gauge pump. Someone had converted a Winchester 1200 to 24 gauge. I was going to pick that up. I still might. And he said it just has a cylinder choke in it, and that's the one thing that's keeping me from really wanting that gun. So I figured this gun, the muzzle's destroyed. Well, not really destroyed. The end of the barrel has a lot of pitting.
Oh God, why did it zoom in so far?
And I just thought, you know what? We'll give that a little bit of a roll crimp. Try that as a choke. If it splits the barrel, who cares? It's already basically cylinder bore. There ain't no sight. There's pitting.
Oh, well, it split.
I wouldn't care to.
It split.
It split.
It split.
Oh, it did, didn't it?
It split. Multiple spots.
Dang. I'm glad we looked at that because
Hold it still.
I was just looking around it. Yeah, it split all the way through. I can see it.
That's okay though.
Yep. It don't matter.
It didn't hurt nothing.
Like
Didn't
I was
lose nothing.
right. Like I was saying, if it did split or something, I don't care to trim it down because it had no choke and no sight basically.
Hey, I'll make a video here in a minute. I got a carbide cutter. We'll trim her down right here in a
Carbide
minute.
cutter.
Well, it's like made for cutting pipe and
Yeah.
stuff like that. You know what it is.
Speaking
It'll
of
work
that,
great.
I still have your carbide bit at the house somewhere. All right, so we're back here at the house now. I'm using mics, so we should have good audio, at least I hope. The buckshot did open the choke up by only about 10 thou. It was around 535 before. Now it's hovering around 545. So if we take calipers to it, you can see that is 541 at that particular spot. Rotate the barrel a little bit, take it again, and this is 548. Again, it's never truly one diameter. Old single shots are just weird. This one is 546. You get the point. It only opened it up by about 10 thou, and it's probably going to be really hard to see, but those cracks in the muzzle are hairline. They are all the way through both sides, but again, it's just hairline cracks, and there's like 3 of them. I think we might just leave it as is instead of chopping it down, which I would like to do to get rid of all that ugly pitting. It's an eyesore. But, hey, if it patterns better, why not just leave it? You know what I mean? And like I was saying, if it ever does split or, open up again, then we will trim it off. But as it sits right now, I mean, it throws some pretty good birdshot. And I think as long as we stick to number 2 buck, like 27 cal and smaller, stacked by 2s, this should be all right. The number 3 buck, the number 4 buck, those are all small enough to go right through the choke, no problem. The problem with this gun is the muzzle is so dang thin. I don't know what happened to this thing before I got it, but I would imagine it got left somewhere damp, maybe muzzle down. Who knows? It's an old shotgun. And the end of the barrel here got pretty pitted and rusted. And whoever found it like that decided, hey, I'm going to sand down the end of the barrel, try to clean it up a little bit. And that left the barrel pretty dang thin at the end of it here. That would be my guess because I've never seen a single shot, or any shotgun really, that has a muzzle that thin. Actually, I'll try to measure that for you guys. Oh, wrong way. It is 30 thou. Yeah, that is a pretty thin muzzle. If you look at a 12 gauge or a 16 or really any other gauge shotgun, even my 32, they're all around 50 thou or more. This is thin. Also, I think that the barrel may have been shortened in the past because you can see that sight bead, where it was anyway, is ugly. Going back and looking at the catalogs these would have been in, this is supposed to have either a 28 or a 30-inch barrel. This one is 26 3/4, which again leads me to believe that this barrel has been shortened before, probably due to the pitting. And technically, we could always silver solder those cracks shut or something like that, and should be good to go then. But also, if it ever does open back up, which we will look for whenever we use this gun to like squirrel hunt with or something like that, we'll keep an eye out for it. Then at that point, we might just say, what the heck, let's trim it down, and then we'll run it as a cylinder bore. Or we might find somebody that has the willpower and the knowledge of putting a choke in our 24 gauge. Interchangeable chokes. modern shotguns. You know what I mean. But anyways, guys, that's gonna end this one here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.